So most misbehavior comes out of a kid feeling bad about themselves deep down. So sometimes parents, out of their frustration, accidentally reinforce negative identity in kids, which will only produce more negative behaviors. Be committed to seeing the good in your kids, believe in them, and see their greatness. When kids know that you believe in the best about them, they will work with you, not against you. A boy with special needs. He transferred to my school mid-year. His file was this thick, and his parents said, "Here's our number." The last school, they called us every day. He got into trouble every day. The teacher was always mad. Um, and so you'll probably call us like in a few hours. And so I was like, well, and then he walked into the room. The class had already started and they were just doing their morning activities. And he walked in and he was just like, so loud and verbal and like touching everything, like, "Oh wow, you have this, my old school had this," and like touching it and like things falling, like, "Oh wow, well, and then you have this," and then like, "Oh, math blocks, oh yeah, I like those and that's my favorite." And so I was just like, oh no, I've spent the whole beginning of the year getting these kids to follow my rules, and now this boy is gonna he's gonna lead everyone into rebellion. And but in that moment I did this whole strategy and I was just like, what's great about this right now? What's great about him? His unique strength. And then I started doing a slow clap because the kids were looking at me to see how I would handle it. And so I was just like a slow clap and then everyone was looking at me like, what is she going to say? And I was like, you know what, you just gave us the beginning of the year excitement all over again. And we haven't had that for months. We have gotten pretty boring in here. And you just showed us how exciting it is to come into the room for the first time. Guys, do you remember that in the first day of school you felt the same way? Yeah. Thank you so much for bringing us first day of school excitement. And then he never had one behavior problem. I never had to call his parents. He was so cooperative in everything, like for the rest of the year. It was like amazing. If the child is within listening vicinity, be very careful with what they say, with what you say, because you better believe they're listening. So if the teacher says, "Hey, I want to, here, can you come over here? I want to talk to you about something. Today in class, your son wouldn't work on the math project." And then it's very like, obviously the kid is like, oh no, the teacher's talking to my parent, like, what are they saying? Even though they're acting like they're not paying attention, they are. And so instead of being like, yeah, I know what you mean, she never wants to do her homework, I try, she always complains, she won't clean her room. Because if you accidentally do that, you're solidifying the negative identity that she is the kind of person who doesn't do homework, who doesn't focus in class. So in her head, she's like, I guess I'll act like that more. That's who I am. That's my identity. So be careful what you say. That's really crucial. So you can say to the teacher, like, oh yeah, my daughter we have developed a bad habit of not wanting to do homework, but we're going to work on it and learn better habits because she really is a hard worker. You should see her craft wall she's worked on. There's artwork all over the wall, and these pictures took her hours to do. She really is a hard worker. So we'll work on getting her stronger habits with her schoolwork. The point is to collect an inventory of times when your kid showcases the character traits that you want, because you notice that you call out the good, and then you get more of the thing that you point out, rather than like, why are you being so mean? Will you stop being mean? I can't understand why you're being so mean today. Like, that's just like, deep down, the kid's just like, I'm mean. I'm mean. That's who I am. I'm mean. And so the kid will be like, it's because I hate you. And why are they doing that? Because you just affirmed that they're mean. So you're going to see more mean.